Hey everybody, welcome back to Game Junction. Doing another news article. I'm Mark, here with my co-host Brandon.
What's up, guys? Here to check out another news article today.
Yeah, we got an article going from GameSpot going over the Razer Edge gaming system launches January 26th for $400. It's like the base model. We'll get a little bit more into that, but this is something new just coming just around the corner. I've seen a lot of these. I guess we'll get into it with the more like the Snap-on game console gaming stuff. Makes any sense to you?
Yeah, this kind of Switch design type of
Yeah.
console. Yeah.
I know you brought this up to me. Do you know anything about this before we dig into it? Because I don't really have any experience with what we're about to go over. It seems like a snap on
So
to like mobile devices.
so essentially this one is a little bit different. It's basically like a Steam Deck type device. Essentially, what they're going after, like Steam Deck did very well. They're still on back order for people. Steam Deck is like a competitor to Switch, so it's like a high powerful Switch type of system.
Yeah.
What's a little bit different about this one is that the controllers actually do come off, and they're essentially just mobile controllers that you can buy right now to play like Game Pass and stuff like that on. Kishi Razer makes those Snap-on devices separately. So what you're buying here, and this is from what I know and all they put out, is you're buying it's essentially like a Switch without the controllers on it, but you're getting those Snap-on controllers with the bundle. So you're kind of getting like a tablet-esque thing that has the sides that snap on, but I mean, that's all I really know. I know they're doing a Wi-Fi model and a 5G model, and then I got some thoughts about that. So
Yeah, because
dive
I
into it.
saw the first thing that came to mind was the PlayStation backbone that they have that just came out
It's exactly,
recently.
yeah, exactly what
But
it's that
doesn't
same
that
type
work
of
with
thing.
the? It just kind of like snaps onto your phone. That was my
Yes,
understanding. It's just the
yeah,
controllers, and you can do the remote play and stuff like that.
exactly. Yeah, so this is the Unit 2 with Snap-on. It's almost like buying another phone, really. A phone with Snap-on sides, and that's kind of where I get into my thoughts on some of that.
All
So.
right. So we'll dig into this article. It's not too terribly long. Razer Edge gaming system launches January 26th for $400. This was first revealed. Razer is bringing back the device it first revealed in 2013. So it seems like they've been talking about it for a better part of a decade. It just took them this long to actually get something out.
Yeah. Yep.
So Razer's new handheld gaming device, Razer Edge, will be released on January 26th. The company announces during CES 2023 this week. The system debuts that day in the US starting at $400. If the name Razer Edge sounds familiar, that's because Razer Edge first debuted the Edge in 2013. But it had a significantly larger screen. It was basically a full-fledged PC running Windows 8. A lot of stuff technologically could probably happen in 10 years.
Oh yeah,
Seems
absolutely.
like it would take 10 years for technology to make this a lot more affordable. The new Razer Edge features a 6.8-inch OLED display with 144Hz refresh rate, running on the newest Snapdragon G3X chip. The Wi-Fi version will be sold through Razer.com and Razer store locations, while a Razer Edge 5G version will be sold through Verizon.com and Verizon stores for $600. Alternatively, members who add the 5G Edge to an existing plan can get it for $360 or $10 a month for 36 months, according to The Verge. It seems more reasonable, kind of like it's just adding on another phone payment essentially, or a cheaper
It's
phone.
just how everybody buys their phone really now. I mean, like Verizon, I've done it that way for oh god, better close to 10 years at this point. So yeah, it makes it seem cheaper, even though it's not.
But I guess it
But
makes sense if they're doing the 5G that they're going
yeah,
to partner with a some phone company, and of course, it seems
oh
like
for
they
sure.
chose to go with Verizon. The device has 128 gigabytes of storage that can be expanded to 2 terabytes via the micro SD slot. The unit also includes a removable Kishi V2 Pro controller bundled. According to CNET, Razer is pushing the Edge device as a nice way to play Xbox games via the cloud or through Steam Link. So it seems like giving you the ability to play both Xbox and Steam. I don't know how that's exactly supposed to work. If Steam kind of has their Steam Deck, but this can also play Steam games.
Right.
I guess we'll see.
A little bit weird, but I mean,
Seems counterintuitive, but I mean, I don't know. It's hard to tell. We'll finish up the article real quick. The Razer Edge release details were just one of Razer's announcements at CES 2023. Some of the others included a head cushion for a gaming chair with built-in speakers and haptics, and new Razer Blade laptops. Razer also announced the Razer Leviathan V2 Pro and a beam-forming soundbar featuring head tracking AI. It's just
All right, so I mean, yeah, I think that I get some of the points. I'm especially want to hear what you think. I get some of the points of what they're doing. So they're not targeting the Switch here, right? That's not a competitor. It's Nintendo. It's completely different thing.
yeah,
So they're
Nintendo.
targeting.
I was gonna say Nintendo. It's kind of hard to compete because Nintendo uses their platform, but also their first-party games is what sells Nintendo.
Yeah, it's a full circle with Nintendo as far as that. I mean, well, here's what I can say. I have a couple of like kind of strong opinions on it. I get why they're doing this and it makes sense. So that $10 a month and making it 360 already with Verizon. So they're going to already have a pretty high profit margin for this. This is probably going to be well under $50 this costs them. So this is essentially for the most part an underpowered phone. It does have the latest Android technology. However, this is still more underpowered than the new iPhone 14 Pro. I looked into it earlier. So you're getting basically a phone with the sliding things on the side for a controller they already sell you. You can buy at Walmart right now. And they're kind of just targeting the Steam Deck audience. This is right under the price. Like if you go for the more expensive Steam Deck, I want to say it's around like $800. It is more powerful than the Steam Deck. I just think that like I don't think that we really need this. And the problem with the $300 device is that it's Wi-Fi only. If you're buying a portable, chances are you want to take it with you, or at least be able to have the option to take it with you.
Yeah,
You can't do that here. You got to get that $600 model. So it's like
it's clear they're
what are
pushing you towards that, but I guess I don't know because I mean it's underpowered to a phone, but a phone's designed to do multiple different things. If you just need this to play or stream games,
yeah.
it could be underpowered, but it might not affect it. So, I mean, it seems like they're trying to get into the market, but we'll see if it's effective. I guess we'll see when it releases and we have all the details and how it actually works and it's kind of reviewed by maybe people that aren't being paid to review it to actually see what exactly we're getting and whether it's going to be worth it. I mean, I'm not even interested in the backbone for the PlayStation because it's just, if I want to play my PlayStation, I'll just sit down and play it.
And I thought about that just because it looks like the PS5 and it looks cool. But like at the end of the day, the other issue, and I kind of get more why they're doing this, and here's why. People wouldn't probably look this deep into it, but I got to thinking, most people don't like the backbone or the Kishi controllers because 9 times out of 10, you got a case on your phone. And if it's like mine, where it's a 3-layered case, which is just like an OtterBox, it's a pain if you want to do that every time. So they're like, okay, let me buy this dedicated device that I don't ever have to worry about putting a controller on my phone, and I can do it for $10 a month. Like I play enough games for $10.
I guess it's not fully $10. It covers the plan for 360. You still have to pay for the device, but it splits up the plan that you're going to pay for it, which I don't know if it's. Thing. I think that I feel like the 360 is an attack on to the $600. It's just split up, so you still have to fork over the $600, but then you're just adding on, if you have Verizon, an extra $10 a month to your plan.
See, I do wonder because, like, say my iPhone, they essentially put those together in my plan. Like I have Verizon, I've had them for
I have them too. It's just what I'm familiar with.
So they usually put that all together, so you have like your service plan charge and then your payment for the device. You're still going to have to pay for the service for this device, but I think that $10 a month is actually just for that, for this.
It's just for the 5G.
Which, yeah, I see. I mean, I don't know.
You still have to pay that. You have to. And this makes the most sense. You have to pay the $600 up front for the device, and then it's the $360 or split up $10 a month for 36 months for the actual be able to use the data.
Because I mean, the 360 would be just for the data. That's what that $10.
Because then it would be because if you think it the other way around, then it's only like $240, which is cheaper than the $300 model. That doesn't make sense. The 360 makes sense as in $10 a month for 36 months for the data charge that you're adding on.
I don't know.
It makes sense
I don't
to
know.
me.
I
Unless I'm wording
You
it weird.
multiply 36 by 10. That's the $360, which is like I checked on Verizon. You can get it right now for $360. You get the device
Yeah.
for $360. So I think you
that
have
doesn't make
to.
sense.
You're paying the $10 a month for the device, but you still have to pay for data for the device. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
that's
just
how I
feel
do
like
with
the
my
article
phone. I've
worded it
never
weird,
had
but
to.
it feels like you've got to pay the full price up front, and everything else is going to be the 10. But I mean, I guess if you buy it, you'll know for sure when you go buy the device and get the data, it would all be
Yeah,
clear then.
yeah.
But
Either way,
I would assume it's going to cost you more. Like the 600 would just be the device. That'd be a safe bet. Just assume it's going to cost more than less.
and that's if you don't have Verizon. So if you got Verizon, you can get it cheaper. But if you don't, it's $600 for the device that you probably want, right?
Yeah.
You don't,
Plus, on top of it, you got to pay for the data as well.
yeah, for the data. So
So it gets expensive.
yeah, and then the other issue is most people don't want the lower Steam Deck because of the storage in it. 128 gigs of storage for something like on a device like that. You're gonna be playing like full Xbox games on, which
Well,
they
they
didn't
did,
mention
but they
in the
did
article, but
say in the article that's just the base. Obviously, expanded up to 2 TB with the micro SD. So you just have to
then
have
you
the
got
micro SD.
you got a bigger, that's 2 TB micro SD. You're shelling out a ton for that.
Well, it
too.
doesn't
So
have to
like,
be a full 2 TB. That's what it supports up to. You could get a terabyte or a 500 gig micro
yeah,
SD.
I mean for a device like this, you're going to want to get a higher end. I mean, it's a digital only console, so
Yeah, how many games are
I
you gonna
don't
keep
know.
on there at a time? How many games are you gonna actively play at one time?
All I know is 128 gigabytes on the PS5 can be a whole game for me. If you want to play Warzone, you're screwed. You got to get one.
I don't play
And
Warzone,
people,
so
but either way, I mean, I get what they're going after. It's
yeah,
kind of the audience. They're going after the Steam Deck audience. People can't just openly buy a Steam Deck right now. They're still on back order, so they're putting something out there for those people. Hey, this is actually more powerful than the Steam Deck, but there's a lot of downfalls to this device.
yeah.
So,
I remain skeptical about it whether it's actually gonna succeed because
and to be honest with you,
they're
I'm not the
entering
audience for
they're
this.
entering a very saturated market extremely late to the game. That
Like, I want a Steam Deck,
that
but
Steam
I
and
think I would.
Nintendo kind of have the market cornered already, and it's kind of hard
Yeah,
to
I would.
break in.
Even with this coming out, I still would prefer a Steam Deck, even being slightly underpowered for me. But I will say that they didn't mention PlayStation. You can stream PlayStation games from. You can play it straight from your PlayStation 5, or you can now do their service. So that's an option too. Obviously, there's none of that with Nintendo, and there's more than just Steam, Link, and Xbox. There's
Yeah,
GOG, and so you do have access to a lot of stuff. I like the OLED screen. Steam Deck does not have that, and those are a game changer. Like even on just the OLED Switch or the Vita, like those are
I feel like
they just look
Steam
so much better.
tried to save money, so they didn't use the OLED screen probably to keep the
Yeah,
price down.
yeah. So I mean, there's plus sides. It's 5G device if you get the higher end, so that's phenomenal. Steam Deck doesn't have that either. But at the end of the day, I just don't know that this is for me and that I care all that much.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to what your personal preferences, pretty much. But
Yeah,
hey,
so I mean, it's cool, but it is what it is. It's not for me.
yeah. But hey, for those of you watching, we appreciate you supporting us. If you have any comments, please let us know down below in the comment section. Leave a like if you like it. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.